Hey everyone, welcome to Part B, the commentary, the murder of Lauren Charles, and as you've heard, I'm sure by now, if not, Part A, they are suspecting the husband. Yeah. Dusty's being drama, death and trauma, the financial implications, there's too much dust in the nation. So don't forget, she was asleep in the house. And he says he just got in from church, and I think my wife is dead. And based on a report, they're saying he's the one that killed her.
It's a very calculated thing to come down the stairs while someone's sleeping and go in their room and kill them.
Tell me exactly what happened. I just got in from church and I think my wife is dead.
It was personal and repeated blows.
It appeared one of the primary objects that he attacked her with was a statue of Buddha.
I can only imagine what was going through her head because she was alive.
He went through great lengths to make sure that there was no blood.
Are you sure she's beyond help, sir?
The 911 call was very calm. He set up his alibi right away.
He's a psychopathic narcissist to me.
So he beat her several times. She was sleeping. Hashtag sleeping with the enemy. There are other reports about this, and it seems she was on her way out. So, I've seen a couple reports on this, and what they're saying is, guess what? He had lost his job. Yep, he lost his job. And she was a full support for both of them. Oh, yeah. So while she's working to support both of them, because he lost his job, and I'm guessing he has no savings if she's the full support, guess what he was doing? Allegedly, she found out he's on the internet dating other women, and hold on. The report said he was dating other women, and guess what? Trying to use them for money too. So you've lost your job, you've got a wife that's supporting you, living off your wife, then you also have some side chicks and trying to live off the side chicks too. Live off of women. How many times have I said these men need you? Why? You are what? They need a resource. They see the women as resources. That's why they're there. And we're in a matriarch. It's a lot of women take care of the men. Hey, it's in all nationalities. Recently, been doing some other things that I have to take care of. You have no idea that, again, I keep saying Dusty's come in all nationalities. Separate video. You have no, women are tired. Dusty Dan sitting at home too. He Dusty too, playing games, videos all day long. When Becky's tired. You got old women saying to Becky, hey, you know what? You shouldn't have to give your daughter's husband ideas to her. He should already know that. Why is she asking Dusty Dan if he can go do a ride sharing program? Why is she asking Dusty Dan if he can go and help pick up the kids? They have 2 cars? All these men out of the workforce, what are they doing? How are they surviving off women? So back to this one right here. Yes, there are news reports that state, allegedly, I have to say, he lost his job, and she was the whole financial support for both of them. She bringing in all the money and taking care of them. Then she found out he was cheating on her with women. That's what they're saying, allegedly cheating. How she found out? So she's making her way out of the marriage. If he doesn't have any money, and again, trying to get money from, they said he was trying to get money from the other women. So as I said before, they need you because you're the resource. They can't make it on their own. They can't make it on their own. So if she got the divorce, more than likely, let me guess, it's probably her house that they were staying in. So he probably just have to get out and probably afraid, oh, where am I going to go? Find myself homeless. And they're really dumb because when a person is murdered, they're going to check things out. That's how they found out about the so-called allegedly saying he's been cheating with other women and trying to get money from those women to get their resources. So I guess he thought he was going to stage this and say he was at church and, maybe he'd come off as a Christian man who would never do something like this. You do know, dum-dum, that they're going to always look at the partner. Always. Not sometimes, all the time. Husband comes up missing, dead, unless he's in a bar fight or a car wreck or something. It's like, oh no, he got sick. And they're going to look at the wife or the girlfriend. Wife comes up dead, they're going to look at the husband or the boyfriend. You should know that by now. But Dusties are dumb and think, I'm going to get away with it. Like that guy, Dusty Dan, it turns out they said he was having alleged relationships with a man. What did he do? Kill his wife and daughters. All you have to do is just divorce him and you go with your boy toy. That's all you have to do. But I guess he thought, I'm going to get away with it. Then after that, I can just bring me and my boyfriend to the house and live happily ever after. Not. She was beaten repeatedly. This day and age, if it's going bad, and especially when you have a man of no means and they're dependent on you, when it's going bad, it may be your house. You may have to go ahead and leave yourself, or maybe get a temporary restraint, get them served real fast, and get that TRO. And even after TRO, I would set up an alarm. You might need to kind of go away for a couple of days. It's not like yesteryear, people get divorced and then, one leaves out. No, sometimes, especially sort those papers, get that TRO, pack some things and let her back inside. She was sleeping with the enemy. She was downstairs. Was she upstairs or downstairs sleeping? And look what he did. Beat her with that Buddha several times. And then try to get, I just came home from church. For women who are going to beat them up a man, good luck, darling. You probably going to need it. The economy is getting worse. It's not getting any better. And the politicians really aren't. They'll talk about inflation for the financial news. I don't see any help coming for the Americans. So when you have, it's a lot of men already have left the workforce. So when you have one that was barely in it, then he get out and can't find nothing. You still rocking. He may become very angry and very resentful. And even though they can't fend for themselves, you taking care of them, still sit up there and got the nerve, has the audacity, the blackdacity in this case here, to still cheat on the woman. So if she's about to file for divorce, what would he do? He has no resources. Where would he go? Back home to mama, if she's still alive, where would he go? So I'm guessing, did he think he was just going to kill his wife and then that way, hey, we're still married, no divorce. I'll go ahead and get a hold of her checking account. He may get her 401k, pension, her investments. Was that the plan? The Merkin husband man, is that the plan? And live off her resources? They're always going to look at the husband and the unborn friend, significant other. They're going to always check you out, check with friends, family, and co-workers, cell phones. Based on what she said, she didn't have the kind of husband that she wanted right now. A failure. And think, aside from supporting him, he's still cheating on you. And you're supporting him. That hatred had been brewing. That's why many women, I hate to say it, and nothing is guaranteed, but I can say from what I've seen, a lot of women that, you pick up these old dust bucket buddies and you're going to fix them up and all of that. They can't make it without you. If they get a little confident, it can even be just your home, their name, just nowhere on it, just your home. And then you think you're getting ready to make a life change and go on without them? Oh, darling. That's not going to happen. They'll see you dead first. I'm not trying to fry you. I'm just keeping it real. A man and woman lashed to the beautiful nurse. Oh, he didn't even have a car. He picking her up from the hospital where she worked in her vehicle. They're supposed to go to her home, pick up his things, and I guess drop him off at the bus stop or wherever the dust buckets are was to go, at the dust bucket train station. What happened? It didn't go down that way. Oh, so trusting. The same hospital where she worked, they found her in the field, and he tried to kill her. No, he did kill her, I think, actually. And they found her, yeah, he killed her, found her in the field. Ended up at the hospital where she worked, and they couldn't save her. What was she doing? Had a younger man, had a boy, had a man who basically just a boy in a man's body because he can't function. And so when it's over, he gets crazy. Oh, I'm not leaving. I wouldn't even let him drive my vehicle. He drove to pick up from work, had a plan to first pack his things up. Then once he packs his things up, I guess drive him where he's going to go. When she gets in her car and it's done, something is going off in these men in their heads, I do believe. That's why I just can't go down like that. Hey, you seriously, when you're picking up, you are dealing with dumpster dive, and you know what? The seed of poverty, D. Again, they need you for the resources. Take away the resources, you're going to see what's going to happen. A 19-year-old girl, never forget this. I had a friend of mine who lived in that same city. From a very upper middle class family, black family. She co-signed a car for little TT. She did move in with him for a short time. Didn't work out, and back home in the burbs. When she went back to live in a nice community with her family, because it didn't work out, he stopped making the payments on the vehicle. She co-signed. I think she or her parents, somebody had co-signed because she was 19. He had, so one of her, I think her mom or somebody, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God. So he probably fed him a good line. I just need a car to get on my feet, Miss So-and-so. So once they broke up, they co-signed for it. Oh, he was still rolling around in the vehicle, and he stopped making the payments. When he stopped making the payments, the mom called him, and they said they want to have a meeting, sit down to discuss the vehicle, which is basically, hey, either you're going to pay for the vehicle or, surrender it. All right? Guess what happened? He refused to pay for the vehicle. See, he knew that their credit was on the line. And I think the girl did. Yeah, I think she did, not the mom. The girl did. So he knew, hey, you come from a nice middle-class family. You got this nice place. You ain't worried about it. He thought he was going to run around, just ride around free, and they would continue to pay because looking at her family, very middle class or upper middle class, he thought he was just going to go ahead and keep riding around. So they tried to work out an arrangement with him. He lied. He didn't hold true to it. Fast forward, he didn't make any of the payments, and they weren't going to make the payments because he was driving it. The girl had her own vehicle. Guess what happened? The mother intervened, and she and the daughter called the people. They gave the address for the tow truck to go ahead and pick up the vehicle. Since he lied and he was not making payments, her credit, of course, take the hit. So I really think he thought, oh man, they got the money. I'm going to go ahead and ride around here free. Ha ha. I got me a car out of this. You can deal with a dust bucket if you want to. You know what happened? He came to the house, tried to bust his way in through the front door. Didn't work. He busted his way in through the back door. The mama was able to run, the daughter, and they had like a back door. I think it was like glass, it's a very nice neighborhood. All they had to do was just bust the glass and then, turn the knob, boom, this fool is in here. In the daytime. He couldn't get to the front door, he came to the back kitchen door, busted his way in. The mom and the girl ran. And I'm not sure if the mama ran upstairs or the girl was trying to run upstairs. But anyway, as the young girl was trying to run, he shot her in the back and killed her. Because why? He needed her as a resource. So when he probably realized, seeing that tow truck driver come and pick up the vehicle, and at the time, the tow truck driver, they had not gotten the vehicle. So I'm assuming somehow he found out about it. Maybe they came and he was able to run and hide it. But yeah, he came to, so they said, they called them, just arranged for a pickup. It's here. You're not going to make the payments on it, come pick it up. The tow truck driver come looking for him. Somehow he found out, went to the house, and he shot and killed the girl, shot her in the back. Why? Resource. You gonna take away this car from me? No, you won't. And if the mother is still alive, that's a lot. That's something you probably can never get over. All because he didn't want to make the payments. He refused to make the payments. So they broke up. He just stopped making the payments. She left living with him, which is very young. I was like, wow, to move out. She's very young. Moved out. Help him get a vehicle. That's what happened. I keep telling you, they need you for the resources. So you're taking a chance. Oh, I know I'm going to build my man up and mine is different. If someone had told this woman when she's married her wedding gown that he would be the death of her, a man or woman, whether you married baby mama. Remember the baby mama did the story on? What did she do? She want to see him knowing he's got some bodies on his gun. And what did she say? Something about if he doesn't come see her, she'll make sure he never sees a light of day because I know everything. And she'll tell the cops. He went over to see her. He'd already had, quote, allegedly 4 bodies on him. 4 bodies on him. She knew all about it. And still trying to. That was crazy to me. I make sure you don't see the light of day. He went over there to see her, and she was saying about seeing your child. I think she wanted him to really see her. Well, we know what happened on that video. He made sure she didn't see the light of day. He took her out. So nothing is guaranteed. But when you pick up a munchkin, when you pick up a dust bucket, I keep telling you, they see you as a resource and they need you because they're like children. Why do you think they hate children so much? Some of these men, they hate kids because they're like children themselves. And they're like, oh no, she's a mother. She got to take care of her kids. I need her to take care of me too. So this you probably thought would never happen. Now we know. In her sleep, coward. Just can't get your life together. In her sleep, to hit her like that several times with that Buddha statue. Why did he hit her so many times? That's that hatred, I think. I'm making sure you're dead. It's all coming out. They're looking at your setup, honey, what they say, honey child, and probably wishing it was theirs. So yeah, this is what happens when you deal with Dumpster Dive and Moby Dick. This is what happens. It's best to try, and that's no guarantee to be on the same page. Relationships are going to have their issues. But when you deal with these dust bucket men, I don't care who it is, some little TT, Mr. Juan Calderon, or Dusty Dan, the Merkin man. This is what happens when you want to get rid of them, or they see it's falling apart. They're highly emotional. They can't make it on their own. And they're highly volatile. And they become violent. I'm sure she had a whole life ahead of her and people that loved her, and now it's all over. Why? Because he couldn't stand on his own and be a man. Again, they said there are different reports about the man, allegedly saying that she found out he was cheating and also trying to get money from those money from those other women. What kind of man is sitting up there letting your woman take care of you? But hey, they get it from their mama. We are led by a matriarch, so hey, when you step out of line, I want to take care of them. I think they're thinking that way, and that's when they go bad. So this, another promising black woman gone at the hands of her husband, what I consider a terrible, terrible Tyrone. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Ladies, please be careful. Please be very careful. When the love turns to hate, hashtag, please, I beg of you, evacuate. And I'm out.